morning all of you. Today we are going to do the first experiment of physics, which is based on the theory of light of refraction. Okay, the phenomena that we are going to use in this experiment of light is refraction phenomena. And you already learned in a theory that whenever we take a glass slab, whenever the light comes from a rarer medium, it will enter into a denser medium. How these light rays get refracted inside the denser medium. So today's aim of this activity, of this experiment, that we have to trace the path. Path means the way, the ray. The path of a ray of light passing through a rectangular glass slab for different angles. So we will do this experiment for taking different angle of incidence. And then we have to measure the angle of incidence, angle of refraction and angle of emergence, and afterwards we have to interpret the result. Now students, how to write down these experiments in your experiment book? First you have to write down properly the aim of the experiment. Afterwards you have to write down the apparatus that is required to perform this experiment. Now in this experiment, the apparatus which are needs or which you require to do this activity or an experiment, it is a rectangular glass slab you require, then drawing board, plain sheet of paper, drawing pins, always. You can use this drawing pin to do the experiment. Right? So this apparatus I am going to show while doing the activity. Now the diagram. Afterwards you have to draw the diagram. In the diagram, see, what is this activity? Because if we are saying that yes, the ray of light they get refracted inside the denser medium, so we have taken in this activity a glass slab. Okay, so we know that the theory behind this refraction, we know that whenever a ray of light, it is making certain angle with the normal, and with this angle, when it enters into the denser medium, that is from one medium, that is a rarer medium, we are saying it as an optical medium or an air. So this ray is coming from an air, it is entering into a denser medium. So when it enters from one medium to another medium or a rarer medium to a denser medium, this ray, it will get refracted. That means a phenomena of light take place when this ray of light comes from one medium to another medium. That phenomena is known as a refraction phenomena. So here a refraction of light will take place, and when this ray enters into the denser medium, it will bend towards the normal. See here, it is bending towards the normal. Now when it bends towards the normal, it also shows that yes, whatever R means what? R is the angle of refraction. So R is always less than the angle of incidence, that is I. So with whatever angle the ray is incident on the interface of the glass slab, but when this ray enters into the glass slab, it is bending towards the normal because the refraction is taking place. But whatever refraction angle that you will get, that angle will be less than the angle of incidence. Okay? Now when this refracted ray inside the denser medium, when it interacts with the second or the end face of the glass slab, again when the ray of light, it will get emerged from this denser medium and it will come out from the denser medium towards the rarer medium again in the air. So again it is forming certain angle with this normal. So if we draw a perpendicular line here, which is nothing but the normal line. So it makes an angle, and that angle is known as emergence angle, angle of emergence. So I means angle of incidence to which the ray it gets entered from the rarer medium to the denser medium, and R means what? The angle of refraction. E means what? E is the angle of emergence. When it comes out from the denser medium again in the air, so how much angle, with how much angle it will get come out from the denser medium to the rarer medium. So this is E. So incident ray, refracted ray, and this is the emergent ray. If you see here, if we extend this incident ray, just like there is no denser medium and it is directly moving, it is directly propagating along a straight line path. So if this dotted line is nothing but what? It is the extension of the incident ray. So if we see this incident ray and this emergent ray, it will be look like that these two are the parallel rays. These two are the parallel rays. So this is the theory behind. Practically we'll do this activity right now. Okay. Afterwards we have to take the observation. Okay. So 3 observations we are taking now. Okay. The first is for angle of incidence 30 degree. Then we'll take it for 40 or 45 degree. Okay. If it is for 35 degree or it is for 40 degree, so we'll decide. Yes. So for 3 readings we are doing this experiment. And afterward, after calculation is, suppose we are going to incident the ray of light with 30 degree of angle of incidence, then what will be the refraction angle we'll get, what will be the emergence, that will calculate, that will measure from that figure. Okay. Afterwards, we are going to find out the deviation. Deviation is what? What is the difference between this angle of incidence and the angle of emergence? That we are going to find out in the last column. And afterwards, we are writing the result. Whatever result we get, we'll write down the result. Okay? Okay. Then it's now, let's do the activity. So now we are doing the activity. We are doing the actual experiment now. So there is already written the apparatus that you need to do this experiment is, this is a glass slab. See, it is transparent from every side. This is face. It is totally transparent. So this is a glass slab. Then you need a blank paper sheet, a white paper sheet. Okay. You need a cardboard. So here this is the cardboard and I have already fixed this paper on this cardboard using this drawing pins. If you see, so this is the cardboard and I have already fixed this white paper on the cardboard. Okay. So these are the drawing pins, or for this experiment you can use the all pins also, any pins you required. Now we'll do the activity. Now what to do? You have to take a glass slab. First of all, you have to fix the plain paper, okay, on this cardboard. Then you place this transparent glass slab over here at the center, right? Okay. And then you have to mark here the boundaries of the glass slab. Okay. So either you can use a pencil or you can use a pen also. I am using a pencil to keep it at the middle, and then you just mark the boundaries of the glass slab. Okay. So this I marked now. Okay. So marked the boundaries of the glass slab first. Okay. And then you just remove this glass slab. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll just mark a normal at any of the point. We'll mark a normal. So while marking a normal, so that it will be exactly a straight line, I'll just using a protector here to mark. Okay. There is no need to use a protector, but yes, I am using to mark the point. So here, just mark a normal, a straight line. So this is N and this is your N dash. Okay. See, I have marked a line, a dotted line here, N dash. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll just mark a 30 degree angle of incidence. So I'll keep a D here and I'll mark a 30 degree angle. That it should be angle of incidence. Angle of incidence is 30 degrees. So first observation that we are going to take, it is for 30 degree. So this is 90, 80, 70, 60, means 10, 20, and this is 30. This is 30. Yes. So I marked here 30. Okay. And now 30 degree. And now I draw a line that meets at this point. That is nothing but what? Angle of incidence, which is exactly 30 degree. So I draw a line which is what? Angle of incidence. So for first observation we have taken angle of incidence that is equals to 30 degree. See, I have marked here 30 degree. Now you just take 2 pins, okay, 2 pins, and on this line, okay, on this line, okay, you just mark 2 pins here, okay, keep these 2 pins, so that we want what? At any of the 2 point, collinear on a single line. Just pressed it, okay. So I have placed 2 pins. Okay. So what this pin indicates? It indicates that yes, from this direction the ray of light is coming. Okay, with angle 30 degree. Now we'll keep a slab again, a glass slab, to see the image. Okay, to see the image, so that we'll get the angle of refraction also. Clearly you can place it. Okay, so this you have to place. Now what we'll do, we'll see from the next end, because from here the ray is coming. We have fixed 2 pins here, that indicates the ray of light it is coming, right? From the ray it is coming from rarer medium, and through the denser medium we must get the image of that 2 pins. Okay, and here also I'll just put the 2 pins, okay, wherever I'll get the image. Now see, here I am getting the image. So I'll mark the image. Every line should be on the yes. So see, so the image that I am getting is correct. Okay, so I have placed 2 pins exactly here. Okay, and then you just remove the glass slab. Okay, whatever the 2 points I have taken, I'll mark that 2 points. So I'll mark here, this is the point. I'll mark here, this is the point. And now I'll draw a line here. Okay, I will draw a line here from these 2 points. Exactly. Okay, so this is the, okay, we'll see what is the angle of emergence. So for that what we have to do, we have to draw a normal here. So we'll draw a normal also. So this normal is like mm dash. This is mm dash. Okay. What happened here? Why we are getting this emergence, right? Because the ray of light, it get refracted. It get refracted here. Okay, so we'll this line also, and we'll find out the angle of refraction. So we have to extend, see, we have to extend this normal to get the angle of refraction. So here we are getting the angle of refraction. See. Okay. So ray of light is coming from here. Emergence we are getting here. We have to find out the angle of emergence here, that is E. And now here this is angle of refraction. Okay. Now again we have to keep D here to find out the angle of refraction, emergence first. Okay. So the angle of emergence, if you see, angle of emergence, see, by placing a D like this, the angle of emergence that you are getting is 10, 20, this is 30 and 32. Okay. So we'll write down here the angle of emergence you are getting is 32 degree. This is for first observation, that is for I is equals to 30 degree. So you are getting angle of emergence is equals to 32 degree. We'll find out the angle of refraction also. So the angle of refraction is, it is the angle of refraction is, see, this is nearly 16. So you are getting the angle of incidence is nearly, angle of refraction is equals to 16 degree, right? So 16 degree you are getting, if you see here, see. So here from light ray it is incident, okay. We have kept the glass slab here, right? And then we are getting the angle of emergence, that is E. E is 32 degree, and simultaneously we are getting the angle of refraction 16 degree. Okay. So for the next you have to take the angle of incidence as 35 or 40 degree. So we'll do that also. Okay. So in this way you have to do this experiment. Okay, and you'll get, see, the because of the glass slab it is totally transparent, na, you directly get the image. If I kept like this, na, see, if I kept like this, there are two pins here, you'll get the image also. You'll get the image through the next end. Okay, are you getting the image? Yes. See the image. Okay, you are getting the image from the next end or the next surface from the glass slab. So in this way you have to do the experiment, and then you have to do for 3 readings. For angle of incidence, that is for 3 readings, right? And now we'll write down the observation. Student, this I have taken for 50 degree. Okay, I have measured here for 50 degree. Okay, place 2 pins. Now I am placing a glass slab. Okay, where we marked it earlier, now I am placing a glass slab over that marking, right? Okay, so see, now you will get the image, right? See, is it clear? Yes. Okay. So what we'll do this, whatever the image that you will getting here, okay, we will mark. Okay, we'll place the pin here. See. Okay. So in this way you have to find out the image from the next end and then you have to keep parallelly the two pins. You have to keep parallelly that two pins, okay, on the same line. So if you get the image from the next end, see, it will just look like that all the four pins, they are on the same line, okay. So that is one is the incident ray, and here you are getting the emergent. This is for 50 degree. Okay. This, and then you draw a line and find out the angle of emergence. Now we'll write down the observation after the experiment, whatever we get the observation. Okay. So in the first, when we kept the angle of incidence is 30 degree, so the reflection that we found is about 16 degree. It is about 16 degree, and the angle of emergence, it is found to be 32 degree. It is found to be 32 degree. Okay. So we did this experiment for 3 readings. The second is for 40 degree angle of incidence, and third is for 50 degree angle of incidence. So for 40 degree angle of incidence, the angle of refraction, it is found to be 24 degree, and angle of emergence, it is found to be 39 degree. It is 39 degree. Okay. And same for 50 degree angle of incidence, the angle of refraction, it is found to be 30 degree, and the angle of emergence, it is found to be 51 degree. Okay. So as we know, the angle of incidence and angle of emergent ray, incident ray as well as the emergent ray, they are exactly parallel to each other, but yes, there is certain deviation. Why the deviation take place between the incident ray and the emergent ray? Means the angle deviation is taking place because of the refraction that is taking place inside the glass medium. Right? So what is the deviation? So deviation is what? Either you can take a difference of angle of incidence or angle of emergence, or you can take angle of emergence minus angle of incidence. So here the difference that is found to be 2 degree. For the 40 degree angle of incidence, it is to be 1 degree, and for the last reading, that is 50, it is found to be 1 degree. And what happened now? This is due to the human error, because there is a human error, there is a instrument errors are there. So these differences that take place because of the human error. Right? So a result that we have to write down here is that angle, the first result is what? The angle of incidence. It is now approximately, it is equal to what we have find out? The angle of incidence. It is approximately equal to the angle of emergence. Okay? Angle of emergence. And here it is within what? The human error. Within the human error in the measurement. Okay? It is these values that you are getting of angle of incidence, angle of emergence, it is the approximately we are getting the same values, right? And within the with human error we can say, or with experimental error you can say, whatever it is written in the book, you can write down the same experimental error or the human error, because the human being, they are doing the experiment, then here the error comes. Okay. So this is the result. Again, you have to draw a graph between. Afterwards, you have to draw a graph between two parameters. Okay. So we'll find out the nature. We'll find out the nature of the graph, and this graph is in between two parameters. The first parameter along x direction, you have to keep the values whatever you have taken. It is along x direction, and in x direction you have to take the values of I. Okay. So here we take angle of incidence, and along y direction you have to take angle of emergence. Okay. The values of incidence here, the values of emergence here. So we have taken 30, 40, 50 now. So we will take like this is 30, 40, to find out the nature, this is 50 and so on, right? Same here, the unit wise will take same, like this is 30, this is 40 and this is your 50. Now see, when you keep the angle of incidence at 30 degree, na, you are getting emergence is equals to 32 degree. So here it is 30. So 32 I will mark here because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 32 I will mark here. Okay. 32 is marked here on y-axis. So here you will get the point. Here you will get the point. Okay. First point. Then for 40 degree, you are getting 39. So for 40 degree, you are getting 39. So somewhere here. Okay. So 39 is here. Similarly for 50, it is 51. So for 50, in angle of incidence, it is nearly 51. Okay. So I will mark here. Okay. These 3 points we are getting on the, means graphically we are getting these 3 points. Now what to do? We will just join all these 3 points. See. Okay. So we will join these 3 points. So it will look like that. This is a straight line which is passing from the origin. Okay. So we will get a straight line that passed from the origin. Okay. So the nature of the graph is straight line. Okay. So in this way you have to do the experiment. You have to write down aim, afterward apparatus, diagram is there. So you are in your practical book there are 2 sides. On one side there is a plain paper. So on plain, on that paper you have to draw the diagram. Aim, apparatus, write down diagram. See observation, everything you have to write down on the ruled paper. Right? So graph that you are getting is a straight line. So angle of incidence from this experiment, what idea that you are getting is that angle of incidence is approximately equal to the angle of involgence.